I'm Scott. Welcome to my home and my kitchen. I had an email just the other day from an old friend of mine when I lived in Seattle, and she asked me if I would share my recipe for a basic Caesar salad. She's actually had this recipe before, loved it, and wants the recipe. So let me show you guys what we're going to need to get together to make it. But one thing I want to let you know is a basic salad recipe, like a salad that includes a homemade dressing, is something that everyone should have in their repertoire, especially if you're in the dating scene. Guys and girls, write this recipe down, stick it in your purse or wallet, carry it around with you, so when you need to impress that special someone, this is something really easy that you could whip up in no time. We're making a Caesar salad today. I'm going to top it with some grilled chicken that I've just finished grilling, and it's actually cooling right now. But I want to go over the ingredients that we'll need for the dressing itself. And this is the key element. It's very flavorful, very pungent, has lots of great things in it, and this is what... 5 tablespoons of a really nice olive oil, extra virgin. You're going to need about 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. As you make this recipe, make it with these ingredients and then alter it to adjust to your taste. If you want more vinegar in it, add more. If you want to take a little bit out, take a little bit out. As well as for the garlic. I have 2 nice sized cloves of garlic here chopped up. You can lessen that if you don't like the taste of garlic. You'll need 1 egg. We're only going to use the yolk out of that. I put about a teaspoon of sugar in mine just to bring a little sweetness to it, and it carries through on these flavors to make it a little more flavorful. I have about half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese, fresh Parmesan cheese. We're going to need about a teaspoon or so of Dijon mustard. I use anchovy paste in mine. You buy these tubes in Italian grocery stores, even World Market carries it. Buy it, use it, keep it in your refrigerator. It lasts for several months. So it's a good thing to have on hand, especially if you like Caesar salad. We're going to need about 3/4 of a teaspoon of coarse sea salt, and I'll tell you why we need the coarse in just a minute. About half a teaspoon or so of freshly ground black pepper. I'm using tomatoes in this recipe. Normally, Caesar salad does not have tomato. It's romaine lettuce and big chunks of croutons. I'm actually omitting the croutons in this particular recipe because I'm trying to avoid carbs, and replacing those with the tomatoes, which are perfectly in season right now. And I have 2 heads of romaine lettuce washed and chopped up. Another thing you'll need for this particular recipe is a nice size bowl. I prefer to do this in a wooden bowl, but you could use any bowl that you have actually on hand. So let's get these ingredients put together. So to start, in our salad bowl, what I want to do is add our minced garlic, again the 2 cloves that can be altered depending on your taste. Put that right down in the bottom with just about 3/4 a teaspoon of coarse salt. And the coarse salt's actually going to help us break down this garlic that I'm going to do with the fork. I'm just going to take that garlic with the salt and mash it into as much of a paste as I can make. So our paste is just about done, and it's not going to be like a toothpaste. It's going to be like a granular paste, but the garlic and the salt will be nicely broken up. And be careful of the salt on this Parmesan cheese, which is one of the ingredients. This has a very high salt content, so when you add your salt, be careful not to over flavor the dish with that. Alright, to this I'm going to add our sugar. Once the sugar is added, we're going to add about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. And this is going to help our emulsification when we start to add our oil and vinegar. Our Parmesan cheese and our egg yolk. I'm just going to get the white off of this so that just the yolk is going to go in. And that as well is going to help this emulsification form, just like you would if you were making mayonnaise. And a little dab of our anchovy paste. When I say a dab, probably about half a teaspoon or so. And it doesn't really have a fishy flavor to it. It's really just going to be more of a rich flavor that you're going to get from this paste. About a quarter to a half teaspoon of the ground black pepper and our vinegar. All that goes in, and with the whisk, we're just going to start to incorporate all of these ingredients, breaking up the egg yolk and whisking till everything is nicely combined into a nice cream. Once you get to this step, everything should be nicely creamed together. We're going to slowly add our olive oil into our mixture while we're whisking in a very fine stream to start. Once it starts to emulsify, you can add in a little quicker stream, but to start, just add it slowly, slowly. The salad dressing is nicely incorporated, well emulsified. There's no difference between the vinegar and the oil. Everything is nicely combined. So we put our whisk down. The salad dressing can be made up to this point prior to dinner. If you wanted to make this early in the day, put this in the refrigerator, whisk it right before you add your greens and anything else that you wanted to add to the salad. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and add our romaine lettuce directly to the top of the dressing, as well as our tomatoes. And with some tongs, just cover this. This portion of salad dressing will serve about 4 to 6 people, depending on the portion size. You just want to make sure that everything is well coated. And once you mix the greens and the tomatoes or your croutons into the salad dressing, you really need to go ahead and serve it immediately. Otherwise, the dressing will start to break down your salad greens quickly, and they'll be too soggy. As I mentioned earlier, I went ahead and grilled some chicken about 30 minutes ago, took it off, let it cool slightly, and cut it into pretty nice sized chunks, just so it's easy to pick up with a fork, but not too large. To get this plated up, I've grabbed my dinner plate, and this is actually going to be a dinner salad. I'm just going to take some of our dressed greens and the tomatoes right onto the plate, and then cover that with some of the cubed up grilled chicken. And there you go. You know what? I have to take a bite of this. It smells absolutely delicious. The robust and kind of tart, salty flavor of the dressing with the greens, it's really absolutely delicious. And as I said, if you're going to learn one recipe that you can take with you from here on out, this would be a really good one to learn, because so many of the ingredients can be found in anyone's pantry. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and please feel free to email me at scottindenver@msn.com should you want to make a comment on this particular video or ask me to prepare a recipe for you. I'll be happy to. Alright, have a good day. Bye.